Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Give me a family of readers, and I will show you the people who move the world. History is a set of lies agreed upon. Imagination governs the world. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. Nothing is more difficult, and therefore more precious, than to be able to decide. History is written by the winners. Take time to deliberate, and when the time for action comes, stop thinking and go in. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. If I had to choose a religion, the sun, as the universal giver of life, would be my God. A leader is a dealer in hope. Alexander, Caesar, Charlemagne, and I have founded empires. But on what did we rest the creation of our genius? Upon force. Jesus Christ founded his empire on love, and at this hour millions of men would die for him. This soldier, I realized, must have had friends at home and in his regiment, yet he lay there deserted by all except his dog. I looked on, unmoved, at battles which decided the future of nations. Tearless, I have given orders which brought death to thousands. Yet here I was stirred, profoundly stirred, stirred to tears. And by what? By the grief of one dog. The only victories which leave no regret are those which are gained over ignorance. A woman laughing is a woman conquered. Conquests will come and go, but Delambre's work will endure. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. You don't reason with intellectuals, you shoot them. Men are moved by two levers only, fear and self-interest. There are but two powers in the world, the sword and the mind. In the long run, the sword is always beaten by the mind. The world suffers a lot, not because of the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. China is a sleeping giant. Let him sleep, for if he wakes, he will shake the world. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. The reason most people fail instead of succeed is that they trade what they want most for what they want at the moment. A picture is worth 1,000 words. 10 people who speak make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. It is the cause, not the death, that makes the martyr. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. Men are more easily governed through their vices than through their virtues. Circumstances. What are circumstances? I make circumstances. As for me, to love you alone, to make me happy, to do nothing which would contradict your wishes. This is my destiny and the meaning of my life. When a government is dependent upon bankers for money, they and not the leaders of the government control the situation, since the hand that gives is above the hand that takes. Money has no fatherland. Financiers are without patriotism and without decency. Their sole object is gain. Ability is of little account without opportunity. Throw off your worries when you throw off your clothes at night. Music is what tells us that the human race is greater than we realize. Victory belongs to those most persevering. 4 hostile newspapers are more to be feared than 1,000 bayonets. Never tell your enemy he is doing the wrong thing. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. The hand that gives is among the hand that takes. The surest way to remain poor is to be honest. Great men are meteors designed to burn so that the earth may be lighted. A true man hates no one. To understand the man, you have to know what is happening in the world when he was 20. Glory is fleeting, but obscurity is forever. The best cure for the body is a quiet mind. The greatest danger occurs at the moment of victory. Courage is like love. It must have hope for nourishment. If we could read the past histories of our enemies, we would disregard all hostility for them. It is the unconquerable soul of man, and not the nature of the weapon he uses, that ensures victory. The only victory over love is flight. In our time, no one has the conception of what is great. It is up to me to show them. A throne is only a bench covered with velvet. Great ambition is the passion of great character. Those endowed with it may perform very good or bad acts. All depends on the principles which direct them. The extent of your consciousness is limited only by your ability to love, and to embrace with your love the space around you and all it contains. Put your iron hand in a velvet glove. I have seen only you. I have admired only you. I desire only you. I saw the crown of France lying upon the ground, so I picked it up with my sword. It requires more courage to suffer than to die. We must laugh at man to avoid crying for him. I am surrounded by priests who repeat incessantly that their kingdom is not of this world, and yet they lay hands on everything they can get. If you wish to become a success in the world, promise everything, deliver nothing. The battlefield is a scene of constant chaos. There is joy in danger. I start out by believing the worst. All great events hang by a single thread. The clever man takes advantage of everything, neglects nothing that may give him some added opportunity. The less clever man, by neglecting one thing, sometimes misses everything. Success is the most convincing talker in the world. Impossible is the word found only in the Fool's Dictionary. Wise people create opportunities for themselves and make everything possible. A revolution is an idea taken up by bayonets. An army marches on its stomach. Give me enough medals and I'll win you any war. Courage cannot be counterfeited. It is one virtue that escapes hypocrisy. I know he's a good general, but is he lucky? Let France have good mothers, and she will have good sons.